Let's see here. I care about whatever this is.
So hi, my name is Lee Hammock. I'm a diagnosed narcissist, and I'm here to bust some myths and tell you what it's all about from a narcissist perspective. So my name is Lee Hammock. I have been clinically diagnosed with narcissistic personality disorder. I am 37 years old. I've built a platform of over 2 million people on social media by,
Hello,
discussing
Mr.
narcissistic
Force.
personality disorder.
I've noticed you didn't say no more links, so it's time
I haven't.
to waste $20.
No further
Anyways,
links.
I hope your mouse is charged today and you've written down a few new excuses before stream, just in case.
I haven't.
The traits that come along with it, helping people understand it from the perspective of someone who's actually diagnosed with it, as opposed to just getting information just from all over the internet or whatever. Because there's a lot of conflicting things out there about narcissism. So I feel like the best source.
He's not a real narcissist. A narcissist would never admit to being a narcissist.
Sometimes, not all the time, is coming directly from a person diagnosed with it.
Okay, so we've all heard the word
I just got a
narcissist
food
lot
delivery
lately.
even though I didn't order anything. I order food so often that the food delivery guy assumes it's for me. Maybe I should start making some food.
It really doesn't take long, man. Look. This is what you do. You buy some onions. You buy some minced
Pepe
meat.
Love
You
777.
buy some canned tomato sauce. Right? One can, 500 tomato sauce. 500 grams minced meat. Okay? One huge onion or 2 smaller onions. Okay? Now, you put your water and the 500 grams of pasta, right? You put the water to start boiling. You start chopping the onions, okay? You start chopping the onions. And then you fry the onions on fairly high heat in some sunflower oil or whatever you like to use, alright? And then when those are done, so you put in the minced meat a little bit before they're done. So you can take it out if you have a small pan. You can take out the onions, right? You put in the minced meat, all right, and then you fucking make it. What's the English word? You make it brown on the outside, not all the way through. And when it's brown on the outside, you put in tomato sauce, right? And then you keep cooking that. And by the time the pasta is done, after the water boils and the pasta is done, which pasta is usually 10 minutes and 10 minutes to have the water boil, maybe a little bit more depending on third world country or whatever, right? The stuff you have. So now you have made a meal in less than 30 minutes, right? 20 to 25 minutes. And for me, that lasts for 2 occasions because I am strong and I eat a lot, right? I eat it in 2 settings. You eat it in maybe 3 to 4 settings, which means that roughly around 7 minutes, 7 to 9 minutes per meal. If you divide it, cooking time, 7 to 9 minutes cooking time per meal. Do you realize how little that is? Alright? People take shites for longer than that. Then they gotta up their fiber intake, if that's the case. Okay? So, 7 to 9 minutes, a fucking meal you can afford to spend on cooking. Alright? No matter how depressed you are, 7 to 9 minutes is barely anything. Okay? Easy. You need to buy some food
Hey,
storing
Forsen,
containers,
I
of
didn't
course.
hear you say no more
I did
links.
though.
Here, enjoy this link. two psychologists to evaluate.
Ordering food is 2 minutes. It's not even 2 minutes, man. It's longer. You're like, I don't know.
Please shut the fuck up, Mr. Force.
And then you have to wait for delays and fucking... That's just madness.
Donald Trump, who diagnosed him as 10 out of 10 narcissist. That's right. You hear that? I'm 10 out of 10. I don't know what narcissist means, but if it's about me, it's gotta be good.
And there have been more than a few examples on our screens.
I'm sorry that people are so jealous of me, but I can't help it that I'm popular.
What is narcissistic personality disorder?
Diagnosed NPD is when you actually go to a clinical psychologist or therapist, whoever you see for your mental health issues and things like that, when they take you through the process of, seeing if you meet the criteria to be diagnosed with narcissistic personality disorder or any other cluster B personality disorders like borderline, histrionic, antisocial, and anything like that, any kind of mental health issues and things like that. So it's different than just being called a narcissist. You actually go to therapy for it, and you get diagnosed by an actual therapist with it.
What are the traits of a diagnosed narcissist?
So some of the traits of NPD are, a grandiose sense of self. Like most narcissistic people think that they are better than other people just because they are themselves. That I'm better than you because I'm me. There might not be any kind of qualification behind that.
But what if you are better than
I'm
other
better
people?
than you because I am me and you
Are
are
you still a
not.
narcissist?
A lot of times narcissistic people believe that way right there. Another one is delusions of grandeur, thinking that we deserve more just because of who we are as well. We think we deserve to be, president of the United States or of any prime minister of a country or something like that, just because we are ourselves again and things like that. Sensitivity to criticism. Like when you're dealing with a narcissistic person, toxic person, whatever, there's no such thing as constructive criticism. It's all criticism. It all hurts. You can't correct me in any type of way without me feeling like you are attacking me personally and things like that. Those are just a few off the top of my head. I mean, there's a few more, but those are typically the ones that kind of come out first.
Hang on, that sounds like quite a few people I know.
So most people have narcissistic traits just for survival and things like that, just for perseverance and surviving in today's world. Most people are not in just today's world, just surviving the planet Earth. Most people have narcissistic traits of just persevering and protecting themselves anyway. But the personality disorder is diagnosed. I think there is 0.5% or 1% of the population that is clinically diagnosed with narcissistic personality disorder. Of course, there are more narcissists out there than what is diagnosed, because most people don't go get diagnosed. Most narcissists are not going to go sit in the therapist chair and let a therapist or a psychologist or whoever tell them that something is wrong with them and things like that. So there's a difference. So everybody has narcissistic traits and tendencies, but the personality disorder is different because it's pervasive. It's it's a pattern of toxic behaviors and things like that, self-destructive behaviors and things of that nature right there.
So what's the hardest thing about being a narcissist?
I feel like you're not in control. You're not in control of who you are or what you're doing. You are present of who you are. Like, I'm present of who I am, but not all the time in what I'm doing or why I'm doing the things that I do. Sometimes it feels like I'm on autopilot. Like I'm here, I'm present, I can see you, like I'm talking to you right now, but sometimes it's like my body is moving by itself, my hands are moving by itself, and my mouth is speaking by itself sometimes.
Are there any benefits to being a narcissist?
So this is gonna sound crazy. I know. What are the benefits of being a narcissist is kind of like one of those questions, like, how can you benefit from being a narcissist?
You can get a lot of donations about narcissism.
A narcissist, if I understand correctly, is a person who is fond of himself.
20k views! 50k plus views, alright? It's not hard to get, unless you're a fucking narcissist who thinks this all shit is about you and you don't have to follow the rules, okay? 50k plus views. Okay.